looking across the league, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're obviously disappointed with how things are going. Momentum working right now against them.
And when I look at the Nets, they are tearing it up with the best record in the league. It takes tremendous skill to carve through the competition like they have. So it's been a lot of fun watching them play.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Alexander Walker in at shooting guard and Reza Shea at the small forward. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. And it's McCollum in at the one. And for Brooklyn, we've got Sharp. Demon's out there with MP. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Wolf in at the four slot. Let's go to the sideline now to hear more about that amazing performance MP had.
Well, he had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in the game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
It was a lot of fun to watch. Thank you. Took him no time at all on that one. MP's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nets. LGA, we know it's still very early in the season, but still, just how defined are these teams at this point?
Kevin, it varies squad to squad in a big way. Some teams are very solid now. Things are pretty set in stone. Others are looking for what really works in the moment of truth.
MP's shot is good.
And when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. McCollum's got 9. Now, MP. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Three-pointer on the way. Rebound by Alexander Walker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, that's one of the many things McCollum does to help your offense. He is so adept at drawing fouls, and if you send him to the line, it's almost automatic.
You know, Tim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Now, here's MP. 9 points in the game so far. Another miss by MP. Alexander Walker with the ball. Reza Shea wide open. Offline with his 3. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. MP's shot is good.
It's critical you find a way to run MP off the line out there. He has that as a big part of his game.
Here's Alexander Walker. McCollum outside. Here's Johnson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And slashing in for that offensive rebound. Johnson also getting credit for some hustle points.
And here's MP for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Houston. Sharp, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Sharp's got his second basket.
Wow, that is just great work, and he got rewarded with that tip-in.
The Hawks trail by 4. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Some changes for Brooklyn. Brownie's checked in, and it's Traore in for MP. Teams making substitutions here. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. McCollum, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Guys, Trae Young's contract in Atlanta was coming to an end, and both sides could not reach an agreement on a long-term contract extension. So trade talks ensued, and Trae Young finds himself in a new destination that now makes him the lead franchise guard in a new home.
It is a new day. Thank you for the update, Shams. They've got Michael Porter, MP out there with Trae. Then there's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Wolf in at the 4. So that's the Nets 5.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
No good from outside. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 4-point game. Brooklyn's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. McCollum against MP. There's the triple. MP showing the range.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Hield. Off the run. That shot off. Nets leading by 7. MP outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Ron Sharp, he's checked in for the Nets. Demon comes in for Trae. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Johnson comes in for Corey Kispert. Zachary Risache is checked in for Buddy Hield. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 5, the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively, and boy, do they take advantage on the other end. And with that 3-ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by the Nets.
1:36 left to play here in the second quarter. The Hawks trail by 7. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Well, Risache has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Shoots a 3. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Alexander Walker. Okongwu, the pass to Alexander Walker. Count it, good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
MP looking around. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now, Risache, his last outing with 20 points. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And a deep 3 from MP. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And we finished one half of basketball. Brooklyn ahead as they end the second quarter with a huge surge. An 18-7 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the Atlanta Hawks.
They've done some good things. I mean, they've also let those other guys get comfortable at the offensive end.
Yeah, Lazy D, they'll need to play with much higher energy in the second half.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
When I look at the Nets, this is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy, and you're not as well rested as you were.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
On the court right now for the Hawks, the small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 13. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And here's MP for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I..."
Connects again from distance.
Hey, guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Nets leading by 14. The 3 from MP, and again for 3.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone for 3rd most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long, DA. What a shooting performance.
And the offense has just flowed through McCollum all night, whether that's finding people or repeatedly attacking like he does right there.
And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
A 3-ball, drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Well, he wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Here's McCollum. He's got 25. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Now McCollum from past the arc. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. A 3 from MP, and the 3-ball is good. MP's got 15 points in just the second half.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp, and it's Traoré in for Michael Porter. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Kuminga comes in for Reza Shea. Corey Kisper's checked in for Alexander-Walker. And Hield subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Misses the three.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Johnson kicks to Hield. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Connects again from distance.
And this parade of three. Has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. Hield against MP. To end the run. Again, Hield missing. So it's Brooklyn in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Torrey is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Some changes. Zaire Williams comes in for Porter. And MP subbed in for Terrence Mann. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Jalen Johnson comes in for Newell. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Kuminga. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Corey Kispert. Williams finds MP. From deep. Good! Another from 3.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the second most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simply, as good as you'll ever see from long range. From the arc. Rebound by Alexander Walker. The Hawks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Nets leading by 22. And here's MP for 3. No good that time. Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Pass to Reza Shea. And the dunk by Reza Shea.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And here's MP for 3. Drills it from outside.
and perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And it's Risacher missing. The Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will.
And again for three.
He's scorching hot, another three.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Johnson outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. To the middle. Here's McCollum. Banked in off the glass. 35 points for C.J. McCollum.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Here's Traore. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Nailed from three-point land.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
Johnson in the corner. For three, cranes the three-pointer.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Well, they have finally found something that's working, but it's again.
Connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Rally is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. Risacher finds McCollum. Again, the Hawks score.
Yeah, C.J. McCollum showing you no weakness in his game offensively. If he finds any opening on the floor, he is going to take advantage of it.
And here's MP for three. Can't connect. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Let's now go courtside and join Jennifer Quintana. Jennifer?
MP, you broke the 60-point barrier.
Oh man. Yeah, my grandpa used to say, I'll rest when I'm dead. Kind of dark now that I think about it, but the point is, life is for the living. And I got a lot of life ahead of me, Jennifer Quintana. I got stamina for days, and I'm gonna keep using it to make moments like this.
Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific job, Jennifer.